Move it, troopers! On the double! Fire!
Hello there, this is Todd from the Scoundrels Cantina, and welcome to another episode of A Star Wars Story. In this video, we'll be going over the story of Obi-Wan Kenobi after the events after Return of the Jedi, as well as the legacy that he left behind him. We usually mix the expanded universe and canon together, but only in the events before the Return of the Jedi, so this video is purely based on the EU. It's also a continuation of our main Obi-Wan Kenobi story video, which will be linked down below, so anyway, let's do it. Shortly after the victory at the Battle of Endor in 4ABY, the spirit of Obi-Wan Kenobi would contact Luke Skywalker, warning him of the Seeru of the Imperium who are going to invade from the unknown regions. This would culminate into the Battle of Bakura, in which Luke participated, ending with the Imperium joining the New Republic. In 5ABY, after an assassination attempt by the Empire to blow up Luke's X-Wing starfighter, Kenobi appeared to him in a vision, revealing to him the secret lost city of the Jedi beneath the forests of Yavin 4. A few months later, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Yoda appeared to Luke again and warned him of the dangers presented by Flint, the Dark Lord of Belderon, who was an apprentice of the Lady of the Sith, Lumia. Thanks to their warning, Luke was able to eventually redeem Flint by turning him to the light side of the Force. In 9ABY, Obi-Wan would visit Luke for the last time through a dream, in which he told them that he must move on from his spirit form to another realm. Kenobi explained that since his disappearance in 0BBY on board the Death Star, he has been in an intermediate stage between life and the life that followed. Luke was distressed by this information because he would lose Obi-Wan's guidance, although Old Ben comforted him with the knowledge that he was not the last of the old Jedi, but the first of the new. That would be the last time that he directly spoke to him until Luke eventually became one with the Force many years later. In 26.5ABY, when Luke's son Ben was born, Skywalker heard Kenobi's voice whispering to him. Luke would hear Ben once again at the end of the Yuuzhan Vong Wars in 29ABY, when the living planet Sonoma Sekot left in forced peace, thus ending the war. He simply said, "She's leaving." Now this is basically everything that is known about what Obi-Wan Kenobi did after the events of the Return of the Jedi. Now we're gonna go over his legacy.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hello there.
In 0BBY, when Obi-Wan became one with the Force, he left Luke Skywalker's journal, which would help him train in the ways of the Force. After 3ABY, when Luke lost his father's lightsaber in his duel with Darth Vader, the journal would help him construct his new green-bladed lightsaber, which was based on Obi-Wan's lightsaber design. Kenobi's journal would also greatly help in the creation of the new Jedi Order. When the Rebellion became the New Republic, a Nebula-class Star Destroyer was commissioned by them and would be named the Obi-Wan in honor of the General of the Clone Wars and hero of the Rebel Alliance. Tacticians from both the New Republic and Imperial Remnant would pay homage to Kenobi by studying the Kenobi Offensive, which was an effective maneuver developed by Obi-Wan during the Clone Wars. The Rebel Alliance and New Republic also had a medal called the Kenobi Medallion, awarded to soldiers for extraordinary acts of bravery in combat. Kenobi's Jedi legacy would continue when in 26.5ABY, Luke would name his firstborn son, Ben Skywalker, in honor of his mentor. A specific lightsaber crystal in the new Jedi Order would be called Kenobi's Legacy, which had to be tuned before it was able to be used in a lightsaber. When Obi-Wan became one with the Force in 0BBY aboard the Death Star, Darth Vader took his lightsaber and placed it inside his TIE Advance as he fought during the Battle of Yavin. He would keep it safe in his castle of Jun, called the Bast Castle, where it would stay all the way up to 22 years after the Battle of Yavin. When a group of Jedi, which included Anakin Solo, was exploring Darth Vader's castle, a Jedi wannabe called Uldir discovered Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber. They would encounter a mage called Orlok, although managed to escape along with a lightsaber and an ancient holocron. Eventually, Uldir stole the lightsaber from the Jedi, believing that it would make him a great Jedi despite his lack of Force sensitivity. This led him to finding Orlok, where he would find out that he was a fraud and had no powers whatsoever, and eventually being rescued from him by the Jedi. Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber would be taken to the Jedi Paraxium in Yavin 4, where it would be kept as a legendary item for years to come. A Sith cult known as the Gensarai taught that the Jedi had fallen to the dark side and that in fact the Sith knew the real truth, making them believe that Darth Vader's and Kenobi's roles were reversed, looking at Obi-Wan as the real monster between the two. This would eventually be corrected when the Gensarai cult was integrated into the new Jedi Order thanks to the efforts of Luke Skywalker. Now, just to briefly keep track of our headcanon in our videos, we don't consider this part of Obi-Wan's story as canon for ourselves because it's based after Return of the Jedi, which we consider to be the happy ending of the Star Wars story. This is just our personal opinion as well as preference, which is what headcanon is for. By the way, this doesn't at all mean that we don't love the expanded universe stories after episode 6, as you can apparently see by this video. Anyway guys, this is it on the story of Obi-Wan Kenobi after episode 6, and we hope you all enjoyed it and learned something new about the vast galaxy of Star Wars. If you enjoy our content, make sure to check out our second lore channel, The Crossroads Inn, and if you want to watch more videos like this one, the link to the playlist for other Star Wars stories and videos will be down below. Also, if you want to support this channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos like this one, and remember guys,
God is awesome, and the Force will be with you, always. You rebel scum.
This party's over.